Hello my dear students, in this lecture we will see one previous year GATE numerical on addition of normal stresses. Now the question is on your screen. This question was asked in GATE 2008 for 2 marks. Now the question is, for a component loaded with a force EF as shown in figure, the axial stress at corner point P is. Now see here, the corner point P is represented over here, and at corner point P we have to find axial stress, that is axial normal stress, right? And the force applied is eccentric from point P. The force is at some distance, right? Eccentric. Now let us consider there are two elements. If I give nomenclature, let us say here I will write point A, here I will write point B, here I will write point C. Now we have two elements, AB element and BC element, you can see in the diagram, and force EF is acting on BC element, right? Now but point P is on AB element, therefore this force EF we have to transfer on AB element. Now let us consider this center line. This center line is a axis of AB element. This is a axis of AB element, right? Now what is our target? We have to transfer this force EF on the axis of AB element. Now in previous lectures already I have dictated one note that any force can be transferred at any location, but along with that force we have to transfer moment created by that force about that axis. Means let us consider, I am considering here AB element. Let us say here I am drawing AB element. This is the fixed end, and here this is the A end, and let us consider this point as a B, and this is the axis of AB element. This is the axis of AB element, right? And point P is situated at corner on section A. Here point P is there, right? Now in the diagram, in the shown diagram, the force EF, this force EF we can transfer on the axis of AB also. Now this force EF we can transfer as it is like this. This force EF is transferred as it is on the axis of AB element, but along with this force we have to transfer the moment created by that force about that axis. Now let us say, see here, what is the moment created by this force EF? This force EF is creating moment in clockwise direction or not, and the what is the distance? Moment is nothing but force into perpendicular distance, therefore moment created by this force is in clockwise direction like this, and this moment is nothing but force into perpendicular distance, and perpendicular distance is eccentricity is L minus B. L minus B means here the moment is EF L minus B, and force EF is acting as a tensile force on element AB. Now what is the given data? Moment acting on the element M is nothing but EF L minus B. This is the moment acting on the element. Again, what is the Y? See, cross section is square. Here the cross section of element is square, that is 2B by 2B. Now this is the neutral axis. This is the neutral axis, we can say. From neutral axis, what is the distance of extreme fiber? This is called Y. Therefore Y is nothing but, can I say 2B by 2? That is B. This is the Y. Now again, what is the area of element? That is 2B into 2B. That is 4B square will be the area of element. And what will be the I? For square cross section, I is nothing but side to the power 4, that is 2b power 4 divided by 12. Therefore it becomes 2 to the power 4 is 16, b power 4 divided by 12, that is 4b to the power 4 divided by 12. This will be the I value, right? Here I have calculated all the values. Now our target is to find bending stress and normal tensile stress acting on point P, that is point P. Now here my dear students, see here, the tensile stress acting on the point P, tensile stress acting on the point P due to force EF is nothing but force divided by area, that is EF divided by area is 4B square. Already we have calculated area, and this is, as this is tensile force, it will be positive. Now bending stress acting on point P, right, that is sigma B. Sigma B we have to calculate. Therefore what is bending equation? M by I is equal to sigma B by Y. This is the bending equation. From this equation we can write sigma b bending stress is equal to m by I into y. Therefore bending stress is equal to, put the values, bending moment is F L minus B, y is B, I is 4 b to the power 4 divided by 3, right? Therefore simplify this bending stress. Sigma b is equal to 3 will go up, 3 F L minus B, and this upper b, and here in denominator b to the power 4, 1 b will get cancelled, it will remain b cube. Therefore that will remain 4b cube. This is a bending stress acting at point P. Now my dear students, see what is the nature of this bending stress, how the beam is going to bend. Due to this bending moment M, can I say the beam is going to bend like this? The beam will bend like this, as represented by red color, right? And this is the axis of beam. This is the axis of beam. And for such type of bending, if I take section, or if I take point or element at point P, we can say this point or the point at P is subjected to tensile loading or not. This is subject to tensile bending stress sigma b. As this bending stress is tensile at point P, therefore it is also considered as positive bending stress, right? Means at point P, if I want to find stress, then there is a tensile stress which is positive, as well as there is tensile bending stress, therefore it is also positive. Therefore we have to add both, of them. Therefore stress at point P is sigma t is nothing but F divided by 4b square, and bending stress is 3F L minus B divided by 4b cube, right? Both are tensile, that's why we are adding here. Now for simplicity, what we will do, we will make common denominator. Here for simplicity purpose, and we have to solve this accordingly. We will get any one of the choice out of the 4 options. Therefore see here how I am making common denominator. Therefore stress at point P equal to F divided by 4b square, and if I multiply this with b and divide with b, there is no problem, plus now here 3F L minus b divided by 4b cube. Here now the denominator is already same here by multiplying b and dividing b to the first factor. Therefore stress at point P is Fb divided by 4b cube plus 3F L minus b divided by 4b cube. Now write down common denominator and multiply 3F separately for L and minus b. Therefore Fb plus 3FL minus 3FB divided by 4b cube. Therefore stress at point P is equal to Fb minus 3Fb. This will become minus 2Fb. Therefore 3FL minus 2Fb divided by 4b cube. Now consider F as a common. Therefore F 3L minus 2b divided by 4b cube. This is your answer. Therefore see the 4 choices. Out of 4 choices, which choice will be matching here? F 3L minus 2b divided by 4b cube, that is option D is correct choice. Here you have to select option D as a correct choice. Thank you students. In next lecture we will see stress distribution and stress calculation formula for different types of stresses and different types of loadings.